Hi everyone, it's Simon Keeling here at weatherweb.net on Friday the 22nd of August. Thanks again for watching. Bank holiday weekend, England and Wales, so I hope you're getting ready for that. I know it's not in Scotland. I don't think it is in Northern Ireland, is it? Sorry everybody for all this talk about bank holidays. That's the last time you'll hear it mentioned here today. Thanks again for watching. Now, a reminder that we're raising funds throughout August for Macmillan, and we are just £130 short as I speak of our £2,000 target. So if you haven't donated yet, that's how you do so. Go to justgiving.com/sailing weather. Donate any amount you like. Remember, weatherweb.net are using it free of charge, but what we're asking through August is to donate any subscription amount that you would give, and for a site like this, it seems to be around about £20 a month mark. Please donate any amount you will give, and if you've used it for some time, give us more money, and let's get that total through £2,000 for such a worthwhile charity. Thank you to everyone who's supported us so far. Now, before we get onto the forecast, a couple of things in here which could disrupt the way models are predicting things just at the moment. The American Weather Service is following a storm. It's an area of special interest that's called an INVEST region. So they're following what's called Storm INVEST 96L at the moment, which is just within here. And they track it because it's not expected or not really ready to be designated as a tropical cyclone, tropical storm, tropical depression or hurricane at the moment, but they're watching it for the possibility of development. And what's interesting is that this area is forecast to develop by the hurricane models into a hurricane. Now, these are the tracks that the various hurricane models take, and if you take a mean of them, basically it's that one there that is the most favoured, and it kind of puts it in this position here in around 6 days time, so by sort of next Thursday. Now, this feature actually isn't taken account of in the models at the moment, so anything you're looking at that's going beyond sort of 3 or 4 days isn't taking this into account, so you have to bear that in mind throughout when we're looking at our forecasts on the operational models. And not only will they not see the location, but they won't see the intensity either. This is the latest intensity forecast from the various models, and you can see here that the middle line is kind of through here. That's the mean line, which puts it into a low-end storm, into a Category 1 to Category 2, but that's enough coming into the Atlantic. It's very similar to Bertha, to trouble things as that system comes across the Atlantic, which would perhaps be in a couple of weeks' time. So that's something we're going to have to be watching carefully. The model's just not handling this one very well at the moment. And of course, as we found out from Bertha, these X-storms can have such a big impact on the weather across the UK and Western Europe. But for now, here's how things look today. We've got a front that's cleared its way southwards, brought some heavy showers to western part of the country. Cool northwesterly flow persists, and it looks as if it's a similar story through Saturday as well. Few showers affecting eastern parts of the country on Saturday, but I think drier towards the west with some sunny spells and feeling cool. A nice day for most on Sunday, good sunny spells around. This cloud and rain though moving in from the west, bringing rain probably into that sort of region there by about 6 o'clock on Sunday evening. But for most, dry, fine and sunny, but I'm afraid cloudy and damp across Ireland. Monday looks to be an unsettled one for most. I think actually the rain band is probably in that sort of region there. So looking unsettled, cloudy and wet through Bank Holiday Monday. Oh, I said it, Bank Holiday. Through Bank Holiday Monday, it looks like it's going to be cloudy, fairly unsettled. And that low hanging around into Tuesday as well causes some problems, because I think what's going to happen is the frontal system just rotate around that low like so, and they'll just be feeding bands of rain around it, so that within that sort of area there we could be looking at 15 to 25 millimetres of rain, perhaps more, from Monday into the early part of Tuesday. Hints are that clears away for Wednesday. Now, I'm not sure about this next system here. GFS really starting to struggle. I think this is the problem it's facing with INVEST 96. I actually think that this system here probably is delayed. I think Wednesday's not too bad a day, but I think this system coming through probably on Thursday into sort of that sort of area there. And again, what it will likely do through Thursday, having been a fair day on Wednesday, is bring rain into that area. Very low confidence on that one. Lots of question marks floating around exactly where that front is positioned. So keep an eye on the forecast and we'll keep you informed, of course. Now, it being Friday, the JMA has been released for the longer range. This is the 500 millibare heights going up to next Friday, so taking us up to the 29th, so actually ends at the end of the 28th. And look, you can see lower than normal heights. Look across the country, it's trying to bring the jet in through here. Unsettled conditions, exactly what's expected. Incidentally, got this little feature here, look out towards the west as well. Is that possibly seeing 96L? Something in there? Makes you wonder whether it is. And it's interesting to see that chart as well, because what would happen is if there is something down here that is coming up here, look, it's getting caught into the jet stream here. Right exit region of the jet stream is a development zone. It would move across, cross over the jet stream, reach the British Isles as quite a strong storm, so we need to watch this one. Now then, week 2, the Japanese really have toned things down. This is the forecast running from the 29th through to the 4th of September. And what this one has on it is weak ridge in the Atlantic, look, trough out towards the east, but they're not building the high end anywhere near as much as they were during last week, so they've gone for more of a westerly flow through this period, but trying to hint at that pressure building. And I'm still thinking in terms of this improvement, the first or the second or the third, for 3 or 4 days. Difficult to pin down. Operational models actually go for it improving at the end of next week with the ridge of high pressure building in, but I still think it's the first or the second before we start to see it building, so I'm still going to go for this better but brief period at the beginning of September. And then on to weeks 3 and 4, so this goes from the 5th of September through to the 19th of September. And this one basically just takes us, or wants to take us back into this westerly flow. And that would bring mixed conditions. And just something to pick out from this is that it's trying to, look, build a bit of a ridge again up towards the north here, trying to get us into a trough situation through here. Sees another little feature, something out here. So this kind of tells me, or hints to me, that the model is seeing stuff being picked up, perhaps some tropical stuff coming up here and tracking through like so. So I think I'm still going to go with my ideas of becoming unsettled for much of that first part of November. Apart from those 3 or 4 dry days at the front end, I do think that things look as if they will become fairly unsettled through much of the month. Now that idea as well backed up by the CFS. These are the anomalies for the weekend, did the 26th. And there's our deep trough, look out towards the west. Strong jet stream coming through here. Similar again, taking the 5 days from the 26th of August up to the 30th. Look, some sort of trough feature persisting out in here. But then, and then into the 5-day period from the 31st to the 5th. Normal height, but look what happens then. The CFS seeing something build in here during that period, the 5th to the 10th. Now I actually think that's probably earlier. I think it's the 2nd or 3rd through to around about the 5th. It's that sort of time, I think, that we'll see that ridge building through. But I think the overall pattern there is probably correct. And then that ridge clears eastwards between the 10th and the 15th. And overall, the CFS trying to do that for September. Now, I think that's overplayed. I don't think there's going to be such an intense ridge out here. I like the idea of the troughing and of a bit of a ridge in here, but I don't think it's going to do that. Or at least I don't think it's going to do it until the very end of the month. If we did get high pressure building at the end of the month, and it was a proper area of high pressure that was built through the UK, that may make a difference. That could bring that pattern into play, but I think we'd have to get a big area of high pressure built in after the 19th or 20th in order for that to take place. So I'm going to leave you with that for now, but whatever you're doing, have a fantastic weekend. Don't forget, your support for Macmillan is more than gratefully received, and if you haven't donated yet, please do so now. But whatever you're doing, have a fantastic weekend. Thanks again for watching, and keep the sun shining. Bye for now.